big girl, but she floats though.
What's 170 kilometers an hour?
Almost 100. She needs brakes.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah, I already have some pads picked up on my heat gun. I was gonna get replacement brake brakes.
Yeah. She's pretty quick.
But yeah, you were before you shift the third gear, you were already at 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So that's like you're like probably 70, 75 miles an hour already.
Yeah, so 120 it should be like 60.
160.
Oh, 160?
162. So I look at it as every 25 is 15. So at 125, you're at 75.
Very. It's not as obviously, again, because of the Mazda.
Yeah.
It's not as like flickery as the Mazda.
Yeah, I know the RX-7 was like you turn it.
But this one's still like it's still pretty good. Like you don't feel a lot of swaying from her at all. Nah, it's good, bro. That's definitely fun. Definitely.
Yeah, for it being
it's heavy, but it's not heavy at the same time, and it's not fast like the Mazda, but it's still pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think it's misleading because it's so quiet right now, and it's obviously we got the windows rolled down, so it's harder for you to hear the engine as well.
So comparing this to the RX-7 does it no justice. But comparing this to any other station wagon out there, it's like, what? This is a freaking wagon? Like, this is crazy.
No, it's pretty nice.
It has there's a button for the key to come out. Huh. Yeah, this is it's a fun car, man.
It's definitely doesn't drive like a wagon.
No. I mean, they literally just put all the R33 GTR stuff in here and said, here's a wagon.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's not bad. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the valley cover, I'm gonna have to cut it with a bandsaw or something at the back so I can put it on. Because, here, I'll get it out. It's brand new, so it doesn't match the engine because the engine's like faded black. So this will say Nissan.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. But I have to take those off with clamps and then slide this on there. But like I said, the back has to be cut because it folds down and then those wires come up. So it has to be cut like right here where the last two screws would be bolted in.
Kind of curious to see what that guy's going to tell you. Well,
how much rust there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing seems too crazy except for that hole on the quarter panel.
Yep. Because usually in these cars there's a lot of rust on the strut braces. Yeah. But the front ones look pretty clean. And these back ones, there was nothing on these back ones. Even when I look at it from the back, when I was taking the wheels off to do the suspension, the back ones looked really good, but the front ones even had rust underneath. Not a whole lot, but like not on the actual part where the suspension screws in, but like around the wheel well.
Yeah.
I just throw that in there.
Shit.
No, it's fine. I only put it in there that way I didn't lose it, and it stayed with the car all the time. but I've already done the paperwork. I'm just waiting for my title. That killed the battery. Yeah, when I was in Florida. Yeah, I was like, what is that noise? I ain't never even heard that noise the entire time I've owned the car for 2 days. And then all of a sudden, whenever I plugged in a new battery, I kept hearing every time I closed. I said, well, that's what killed the battery.
Huh, yeah.
I was trying to close the entire time.
Nah, she's good looking, dude.
Yeah, some TLC. Some TLC. Yeah, once I put the wheels on there, I won't touch anything else on the cosmetic side until I get the paint fixed. First, I gotta get the rust fixed. Yeah, honestly, if the guy says let's respray the whole car just so it's even, I wouldn't say no, because
yeah,
it would just be cleaner. I wouldn't have to worry about the paint anywhere else on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought first time I drove it, I was like, man, this thing is super fun.
Yeah. No,
for what it is, you wouldn't even expect it.
Yeah, handles pretty good.
No wonder the guy put Recaros in it. He said, man, this is so fun. I need to be snug in it. So my cousin saw the car. He drove the car. I showed him all the rust spots, showed him everything that was wrong with the car at the time of the video. And, you know, tomorrow so this has been a couple days now, but tomorrow I'm actually taking the car to the shop because, I wanted to do a full inspection of the car before I go crazy on it and make sure there's nothing majorly wrong with anything, regardless of the rust, right? Because the rust is obviously something that, you know, I'll have to address anyway. So I'm looking at everything else, engine related, powertrain related, that may need to be addressed. Now, with my cousin, one thing that I every time he test drives a car, he goes hard. He drives the car like he stole it. So if a car can essentially sustain itself in his driving in his hands, then I know the car is a good car. So he loves the car. He loves the car so much. So before I got this car, and just pictures, right? Before the car arrived, he was like, I don't know, man, this is like, it's not my style. It's not my thing. I don't like cars that look like that. And, you know, it's like, hey, man, when you see it in person, it's gonna be a lot better. I promise you. Because every time you see a car in person, it always looks better than in pictures. And he came. I've had the car probably 2 or 3 weeks now. He finally came over to check it out, and he was like, honestly, man, the car looks really good. It looks really good in person. He said, I like the way it's shaped. Then he drove the car, and this is a station wagon. You would think it has so much body roll, but no. Now, obviously, he came after the coilovers were already installed, so there's less body roll now than before. But I kid you not, let's just say he was going way over the speed limit. That thing talks to me. I don't know what she said. Let's just say he wasn't going the speed limit, and he was doing a curve rather abruptly, and the car was super planted to the road, had almost no body roll. And I've driven the car pretty hard too, but it was before the coilovers were installed, and since the coilovers have been installed, I did drive it pretty good, but not as good as he did, let's just say. Car was super planted. I was sitting in the passenger seat, and I'm just sitting there like, man, this was super fun. And I guess being a passenger sometimes is better than being a driver, but yeah, it was an extremely good car to drive. He said it was a lot better than he expected from a station wagon. And yeah, he was super impressed with the car. So now this guy, he's had a lot of cars. He's had Porsches. He's had, you know, honestly, he's had a good bit of everything. He drives cars for a living. I don't know how else to explain that. I'm not going to say what his profession is, but he drives cars for a living. Sometimes he has to drive them pretty hard for a living. So every time I get a car, I let him drive it because he's the person I know that has the most experience with cars. So whenever he gives me a seal of approval for any car that I own, I know the car is a good car. Not just like drivability and, oh, it handles good or anything like that, but he also can tell me just by hearing how the car sounds, which I can do that too, but he has a better ear for these things than I do. He can tell me if there's anything wrong with it. And he said the car honestly drives super strong. Almost sounds like nothing is necessarily bad. So he says if it needs anything, it's gonna be very minor. But I don't, besides the things that I see, the fuel gauge not working, the AC not working, the rust, all those things are pretty much things that I've seen. There's some extra wiring in places that I feel are unnecessary. And I still have to figure out where all those wires go. So that's one thing I have to see at the mechanic, the shop, to see what they think about these wires and where do they go. I think they go to this thing right here, and I think he said it might have to do with the GPS, but I don't think, there's no way that's connected to the GPS. But it could be. It could be like the SD card for the GPS or something. I'm not really sure. But why would they wire it to the battery like that, unless he also said it could have had grounding issues, and that's why they did that. But yeah, that's what happened. I'll let you know what the mechanic says about the car, obviously. So if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out in the future. As always, peace.